Well, it's fall, but the softball team is in the middle of a busy fall campaign here. We have Taylor Green here because the team's also been busy doing some things off the field too. They did their annual repeat of the walk, the ALS walk here for the Central Valley, and had a chance to kind of connect the community and some different people who are fighting the ALS disease here. And you also obviously have had a personal connection with this for the past 10 or 11 years. Take us back through kind of like your dad, Steve, and kind of the fight he's had with the disease.
My dad's roughly had it for around 10 years, and it's been a rocky road here and there, but the greatest thing is that he's still here and he's still with us, and just being a part of the ALS community just it teaches you as a person a lot, and I'm just really thankful to be a part of it and understand the daily lifestyles that they all go through.
For those who aren't familiar with it personally, talk about kind of what he has to deal with on a daily basis.
Well, ALS is basically all your voluntary motor skills slowly disintegrate, I guess you could say. And slowly it takes away your muscles, and you aren't able to use, your hand to write, or you're slowly not able to walk. And so my dad's basically is in a wheelchair now, and he can't really do much, but just like smile and wink and all that stuff. So, but it's not a pretty disease, but it's still it's still a good thing that he's here with us, because I'm a fortunate person to have him for 10 years, and as long as I have, and hopefully 10 more.
We're sitting here on the third base side here, where he sits at for the games. He tries to make up for most of the games, if not all of them, with your mom and the family there too. Talk about kind of like what role she plays with him each day, your mom.
My mom's an awesome person. She takes care of him. My mom's his caregiver, so she takes care of him from the second he wakes up to the second he goes to sleep, and is doing stuff while he's sleeping just to get him prepared for the next day. So my mom's a very important person in my life, as well as my dad's, because she's there taking care of him as well as me and my sisters on a daily basis.
A couple weekends back, the team had a chance to do the 2-mile ALS walk here at the Central Valley chapter here. Talk about describe what the event is for people who weren't there.
The ALS walk that was in Central Valley was just to bring awareness to the cause and to raise money for the ALS chapter, which is to receive money to work on experiments and whatnot, and research and trying to find a cure for it. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
So I know you've dealt with this whole situation for a while here, but I'm sure your teammates haven't been. What were some of their experiences after the walk?
I think it was just a good experience, and in general for all of my teammates to just get to experience not necessarily the life I live, but the people that are diagnosed with ALS and what their families go through. So I think it was a good eye-opener and experience to just have my teammates get a little bit of taste of what it is like to be a part of a family or know a member that is diagnosed with ALS.
I mean, honestly, it sounds like family is such a huge thing for you, and now having a softball family involved that too. Do they have any responses or any comments to you afterwards about it?
They were just, pat on the back, I understand, I can see how difficult it is for you, and it's just great for them to see what I live through and on a daily basis, and for them to just appreciate me and just be my support system and understand what I'm going through on a better level.
How big was the event, and were you able to raise some money here for local?
From last year compared to this year, it nearly doubled. There's 250 walkers last year, and there's over 450 this year, so it's gotten a lot of publicity over the year, which is pretty awesome. And the walk was a little bit longer, but that's okay. Yeah. It wasn't too bad, but it was a really fun experience to have with my teammates all there.
Do you have anybody you want to thank as far as pledging there, from the Bulldog Club to other people involved?
I just want to thank the Diamond Club for supporting me in this cause and donating money, as well as my coaches and my teammates that have also raised money for this. We raised almost $1,000 as a team, so I think that was pretty awesome.
I know coaches and you have had a bond with this situation. Talk about what role she's played with you as far as just kind of maybe as an adopted parent in situations of the coaches.
Coach has been an awesome support system for me. Last year I went through a lot of difficult things, and just her being there for me, it really helped me emotionally. Just it was like one little stress kicker I didn't really have to worry about, and just I knew she was always there, and she always is here, as well as all my other coaches. They've been a very fantastic support system for me, and whenever I'm having a bad day, they understand, and they're just there for me if I need to talk.
So go back to your dad's own athletic career. I'm sure he played some sports too. Did he play baseball, and did he coach you growing up too?
Yeah, my dad played football and baseball when he was growing up. He was a catcher and an outfielder as well when he was playing baseball, so I'm sure that had some factor into him teaching me how to catch when I was younger. So he was my coach from about when I started t-ball up until I started playing club ball, and he was just my coach the whole time, and it was pretty awesome to have him be there, teaching me the sport that I learned to love every single day for my childhood.
Was there any moments you remember from playing with watching him as a coach, like the team had big wins or you had a big game?
Yeah, when I was about 10 years old, we won the inner city championship, and he picked me up and tossed me over his shoulder in a way, but it was a pretty memorable experience and awesome to share with my dad.
That's awesome. So now, when he sees a game now, do you kind of have any connection with him on the field? Do you give him a wink or give him a wave at all during the games?
Definitely. Every game before we start, I always look up into the stands because they're always in the exact same spot. I just look up for the dugout and I just smile at him and my mom, and he normally just smiles back at me and gives me a wink, and that's kind of like a "Hey, I love you, have fun today" type of thing.
So when they come up for a game on a weekend, kind of describe the weekend for you and how you're able to connect with them.
Normally when they come up for the weekend, normally I'm already in my game warm-up before they get here, so once they get here, the first time I see them is when they're in the stadium, so I just kind of wave to them and whatnot. Then after the game, I meet up with them, go change in the locker room, and then just basically hang out with them every free moment that I have for the whole weekend until they have to go home.
I mean, obviously being a student and athlete means you have to be really good as far as managing your schedule and be able to kind of just balance a whole bunch of things going on, but your mom does that even more so. Talk about how she balances her life for the family and for him and everybody else.
My mom's an awesome support system for me and not only my sisters. She has to deal with a lot as being the head honcho, I guess, and having to deal with my dad as well. And she's just her time management has kind of taught me how to have my time management, because she has to have things on schedule point by point on a daily basis just to help get care for my dad, so as well as my sisters who are also busy bees. So it's just taught me how to conserve my time and whatnot, and just not leave a spare moment out of the day.
Now, personality-wise, I'm sure she's a rock for you too, being kind of the head coach of the family. What have you taken from her, from basically kind of being a leader and also just being able to stay positive and stay focused?
Yeah, my mom's definitely taught me just to be a strong person, and everything that God puts in your life, it's planned out and it's supposed to be this way, regardless of the bump in the road or whatnot. And so she's just taught me to look at the positive aspects of life and just to keep going, because there's always something more positive to look forward to in the future.
So after a game, what's the feedback from your mom versus your dad, how the team played?
My mom's a cheerleader. She's "Woo, good job, Taylor." My dad's "Good hit." She's just more of she shows her emotions a lot more.
That's awesome. Is she able to rely on you a little bit too, to kind of use your success in the field and in the classroom to kind of give her some positive?
Oh yeah, definitely. When she's having rough days, she'll call me, she'll vent to me. She's one of my best friends. So, when I'm having a rough day, I'll call her. When she's having a rough day, she'll call me, and just, when there's something good to talk about, and we just feed off of each other that way, so.
Now, your major is kinesiology, exercise science. Talk about kind of how you chose that, if there's any relation to your family and that.
I chose kinesiology, exercise science, just because when I was put into the situation and I see what I had to go through with my dad every day and what he needed in terms of my mom's help and my sister's help, and it just showed me that what I wanted to do in life is just to help people in general. Whatever I can do to help another person is one of my goals that I wanted to reach in a career as well. And so I chose it because I want to go into a field such as cardiovascular therapy or respiratory therapy, and I want to work in a hospital to be able to help people like my dad and just when you walk into a hospital, it's never normally a good thing that you're walking in there, because that means there's something wrong with someone that you know. And so I want to be one of those people to help get those people out of the hospital, because that means it's something good.
I mean, the family's gone on here and fought so well for so long here. Talk about kind of what you tell other people when they're first dealing with the situation, and how to just hang in there.
Definitely that it's not going to be easy, and there is going to be tough bumps in the road that you're going to have to fight with, but there's always something positive to look forward to, and to have that significant other still there with you is really all that matters, because they're still there and they're still current, and you can make as positive as changes as you can while they're still there.
That's awesome. Well, the Dogs have a few more games here left here in this upcoming weekend here. So look forward to seeing you play here at home in these exhibition games, and also in the spring here at Bulldog Diamond. Go Dogs.